don't know that I accept good and bad as sort of categories for smell. Maybe like strolling downtown in New York City on a hot August night could constitute something that's a little bit uncomfortable. But if you just sort of repel it and repress it, how will you ever engage your sense of smell? That the primacy of sight and vision over all the other senses doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, you know? And I was not only trying to critique it, but also trying to offer different alternatives. And I think that we could learn a lot more from tapping into our other senses and cultivating our other senses. I'm attracted to a lot of contradictory materials that don't necessarily want to be compatible with each other. So I'm attracted to usually unstable, volatile materials, along with very stable industrial materials. The driving medium, the engine, is the narrative. So while I can deploy these sort of scientific processes and techniques, it's about the narrative. With the piece from the kitchen, the show was about viral pathogens as sort of being analogous to feminism, about gathering of femininity and female voices. And at the time that the show was coming together, we had the Ebola virus. We had the nurse that was quarantined, and there was a lot of anxiety. I mean, you just had to ride the subway and people were just very careful about sitting next to each other and not touching anything. So I wanted to work with that. I wanted to accentuate it. The way I approached it was to cultivate DNA samples from 100 women in my personal and professional network. As the bacteria was growing in this sort of collective dish and it was flowering, I was starting to paint with it like pigment. It was a glorious experience. It was really fun. I think I was making perishable works because I was questioning that sort of monumentality of the work that was going to outlive all of us as a relic of history. I think some should and some maybe not so much. You know, where do all these objects go in this huge sort of vault in history? I don't know that they all need to be. So I'm constantly sort of challenging that notion.